So, what can Nottingham Forest fans expect from their new signing, Nuno Da Costa from Strasbourg? As we understand, it's a €2 million fee plus bonuses. He's going to be signing a 3.5 year deal with Nottingham Forest and is expecting to get wages of around €125,000 a month, which would, as we understand it, triple his current salary at Strasbourg. And I think that's probably a key factor here, as it often is for players moving from France to the Premier League. The money that Premier League sides and even Championship sides can offer over even Ligue 1 clubs and top half Ligue 1 clubs at the moment in Strasbourg is so much more than French teams can offer. So even if he was to leave Strasbourg for another French club, a bigger French club, I doubt that he would be demanding wages of similar size that he will be getting at Nottingham Forest. Positionally, he's a striker. Best in a two-man attack, can play also on the wing and has played as a lone striker before, but Strasbourg are a very versatile team under Thierry Loret, and they tend to play pretty much every formation under the sun at some point, but 4-4 variations of 4-4-2 or 3-5-2, and he's usually one of their two forwards. I think that suits his sort of skill set, which would be he's quick and mobile, and in particular, his best attribute is his movement. He's very intelligent with his movement, very sharp. He gets a lot of goals from crosses, either with his head or making a run across the defender to the near post, and tends to outthink a defender and beat a defender to a cross or a through ball. So I think that two-man attack would be something that he would hope to be a part of, perhaps. But Nottingham Forest seem to be playing 4-3-3 consistently this season, or a 4-2-3-1. So he's not going to take Lewis Graben's place. I'd be very surprised if that happened, given his 16 goals so far this season. It's more likely that Sabri Lamouchi, who will know him from his time at Rennes in France, would have come across him on several occasions. It's likely that he's been earmarked to take the place of Sammy Amiobi or even Joe Lolly on the other side of the team. He's not a particularly prolific striker. He's got 14 goals in 74 league games for Strasbourg with 7 assists. But he has a habit of scoring in bigger games. He scored again away at PSG, Marseille and Saint Etienne last year, and he also scored in a win against PSG, another sort of classic classic Da Costa goal where he makes a run across a defender from across and got his head to the ball, and they beat them 2-1. I think that you could argue that although he's not going to be replacing Lewis Graben anytime soon, that it would be an upgrade on either of those Nottingham Forest wide men, and I imagine that's where he'll slot in. He's been at Strasbourg for just over 2.5 years now. Has really, even though he does tend to play, he gets a lot of games, he's by no means the first name on the team sheet. Particularly this season, he's been in and out of the team, only scored twice so far this year. In the previous 2 seasons, again, he would partner Leo Matiba or Ludovic York up front in a two-man attack, and was by no means guaranteed to start, but got his fair share of goals. Never really got into double figures, but got single figures, and he joined them from Valenciennes when Strasbourg were promoted 2 years ago. He was at Valenciennes for a couple of years. Again, only getting sort of single figures, I think 8 in 2 consecutive seasons for Valenciennes, after joining them from an amateur club when he was a younger player, which is a common sort of route for French players or players in France. Well, he's a Cape Verdean, plays a Cape Verde international, now 29, but it's a common route for players to develop in France to come through like that after a trial at Valenciennes. He joined them and eventually joined Strasbourg. Is it a good deal? I think yes. I think in terms of fee, I think it's a good fee for an experienced player, a guy who is going to contribute goals-wise, and will slot in nicely on either of those 2 wider positions. Whether it plays to his strengths is up in the air, because maybe if he's playing it in the centre, he can use that movement a little bit more freely. But €2 million is a pretty good fee. Wages wise, I don't know much about Nottingham Forest wage structure, but it feels like quite a lot. But then, as I said, Championship clubs obviously can offer a lot more in terms of wages than Strasbourg and other teams in Ligue 1. So keep an eye on Nuno Da Costa for the rest of the Championship season.